on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Good morning, Tiger fans. Ernie Over and Josh Henninger from the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper for the first round of the Class 3A state basketball tournament. And today, the Lander Valley Tigers, the second-place team out of the West, will be playing the Newcastle Doggies, the third-place team out of the East. However, that is a bit of a misnomer as Newcastle went through the season with a 21-1 mark. And they were upset in the East Regional Tournament, as was Douglas. So now the Tigers find themselves on the same side of the bracket as this very, very good Newcastle team, averaging 54 points a game. The Tigers averaging 51 points a game. Lander comes into this game 19-4, and Newcastle 21-2. And Josh, we're in for a good battle this morning.
Yeah, definitely in for a good battle. Looking at the stats, Newcastle has 3 players that average double digits in scoring, and their leading scorer and leading rebounder is Jalen Ostenson. So, I mean, it's one of those that the Tigers are going to have to go against her, and of course she is the coach's daughter as well. So she comes in with a really good inside the arc shooting percentage, shooting 52% on regular field goals, 33% from beyond the arc. And she also leads the team in free throws with 72%, but it looks like there's only, looking at the stat computer that we have here, Newcastle does bring in a couple more players on their roster than Lander does, but in our my pregame interview with Sarah Stauffenberg that we'll listen to a little bit later, he does mention that, but says that he feels pretty comfortable with the depth of the Lady Tigers coming into this state tournament.
You're listening to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Go with Bailey, Bailey Tire and Auto Service Center, and the pit stops in Lander, Riverton, Powell, Cody, and Worland. We'll be back with that coach's interview after we listen to this.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors.
Welcome back to Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show. I'm here with Lady Tiger head coach Sarah Stauffenberg. Coach, we're here at the state tournament in Casper after a really tough game against Lyman. Coming in as a 2 seed, going against Newcastle, who has been one of the teams that's been above you in the rankings all year. What are you looking forward to in the matchup against Newcastle?
You know, Newcastle will be a good team. You watch them on film. Haven't had a chance to play them, but obviously we played Douglas, who is a common opponent, and they do a lot of good things. And you know, I guess we don't always get to play everybody on the east side, so I guess now you always get a chance if you make it to state. So you know, you got a good player and the coach's kid, number 4, but they have a lot of other kids that can step up and play. They're not real deep, but the 5 they have are pretty darn strong.
And coming against, you're talking about those East opponents. You do have Newcastle and Douglas on your side of the bracket. Are you trying to keep the girls from thinking about too far ahead against a team that they already lost to this year?
You know, we talked about it really at state. It's a one-day bracket. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, as soon as you lose, your perspective on state becomes a little bit different. You know, so it doesn't really matter who's on our side tomorrow, because we've got to take care of something today, and I guess the same would apply to tomorrow if we're fortunate enough to win today. So, you know, all those, there's six, 7 good teams down here, and so it really wouldn't have mattered. I mean, it'd been no different if Lyman would have been on our side, or Buffalo. They just beat Newcastle by 14, I think, and barely lost to them by 1 earlier at the end of the year. So, and then we've lost to Douglas, but then there's Torrington, who Lyman struggled with. You know, there's just a lot of good teams down here. So to worry about who's on your side is, like I told them, it's kind of a moot point. You're gonna have to beat some darn good teams. Somebody's gonna have to beat 3 good teams to win state.
And looking back at that matchup in the championship game at regionals against Lyman, what are some adjustments and or things that you looked over this week in practice to battle that tough zone that they had defensively?
Well, you know, I mean, I think their zone was tough. I'll give them some credit. But I can remember maybe the first time in, I don't know, 4 years we haven't made a 3-point shot. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they certainly. And we had some good looks. It wasn't like we were, you know, shooting turnaround jump shots from out there. I mean, we had some pretty darn good looks that just didn't go in. And when that happens to you repeatedly, you know, it becomes a mental game at that point. And that's what we talked about more than anything this week, is the mental part of it. Even as poorly as we played shooting percentage-wise, we were a layup away from having being a 1-point game with a minute left. So, I mean, if you can shoot that poorly, still have your defense show up and give yourself a chance. I like our chances. So, you know, it was just an anomaly shooting wise, and you live and learn, and more importantly, I said you live and forget.
Right, and with that tough defense that you had, is that something you're looking to institute then, or is that one of the things that you worked on this week in practice?
You know, that's something that's really, for any flaw that we have offensively, you could probably blame it on me, but at the mercy of working on defense, because I think defense just wins a lot of games. I mean, literally, we only scored 25 points, and like I said, if we make that layup, it's 27-28. Defense will give you a chance to be in a lot of games, and so I like our chances at this time of year when teams are willing to step up and play defense, especially when you put us in a facility like this where people aren't used to playing in this open-aired environment, and it's not easy to shoot at these rims without somebody on you, and then suddenly you put a little sticky defense on you, and hopefully it makes things a little more tricky.
And we talked about it a little bit beforehand. This is your 4th time qualifying for state. What are some things or tips that you've given some of your team members that haven't been here before?
You know, at this point, like I said, you're here for a reason, because we've obviously can shoot the ball well enough to be here. We can defend well enough to be here. We can rebound well enough to be here. You know, at this point, it's, you know, you've got, it's more of a mental game. Like we're not going to have a perfect 32 minutes. Somebody might. on our team have a perfect 32 minutes, but there's going to be some other kids that aren't. But are you more worried about me, or are you more worried about us? And that's kind of the key here is, can Lander come out of here at the end of 32 minutes surviving? And if so, then you get another chance in the winter bracket tomorrow. And like I said, that's more mental than it is anything, because we have all the tools to be here.
And physically, with the big bench injury to Layla Norris, losing her for the end of the year, I noticed looking at the stats that Newcastle does have quite a bit more members coming in, but 3 or 4 extra. Is that something that you're worried about, not having quite the depth or size of squad?
No, not necessarily. We've been playing. We've adjusted at this point, so I think we know exactly who's playing. And our biggest issue from that perspective is we want to be able to sub when we want to sub, not because we have to sub because you're fouling. And I think that's probably what doomed us a little bit more than anything in the regional championship. Is we picked up a kid with 2 early fouls, then we picked up another kid that fouled out way early. So, if I would give up a layup before I'd pick up a foul, because we can make up points, we can't take a foul off the board.
All right, very good, Coach. I appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more of the Bailey Tynar pregame show right after this.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Back again at the Ford Wyoming Center, where we're about to go with the Lander Valley Lady Tigers going against the Newcastle Lady Dogies. The Dogies today are dressed in their away black uniforms with orange letters, white numbers trimmed in orange. And the Lander Tigers are in their home green with green letters and numbers trimmed in black. And Josh, let's do the starting lineups from Sutherland's, Fremont County's Home Improvement Warehouse.
All right, we will start with the visiting Newcastle Dogies. They are starting number 4, Jalen Ostenson, who we mentioned is averaging double digits in scoring and 8 rebounds a game. Next to her will be Shelby Triedman. Trideman. She's averaging 13 points a game. And next will be number 15, looks like Hunter McFarland. And 23, Mackenzie Konzelman, as she is averaging 11 points a game. And the final start will be number 33, Tiernan Stanton, and she averages 4 points a game, 7 rebounds. And for your Lander Lady Tigers, we will have the same starting 5 that put them to 19 wins on the season. It will be number 1, Talene Tendor. Next to her will be Demi Stauffenberg, senior number 10, averaging 10 points, 9 rebounds. Ryan Bell, number 11, she's in there as well. Down on the block will be number 15, Whitney Hansen, and the three-point sharpshooter for the Lady Tigers, number 23, the junior Megan Winfield, who's averaging 12 points and 4 rebounds a game. And that is going to be your Sutherland's starting lineups, brought to you by Fremont County's Home Improvement Warehouse, Sutherland's in Riverton.
A lot of black and orange. The Newcastle fans outnumber the Lander Tiger fans here about 2-1. But the interesting thing is Newcastle's fight song is the same as Lander's, the Washington and Lee March. So the Tigers might get some inspiration from that. Well, we're ready to go. And there is the tip, and it goes from Tiernan Stanton to her teammate from Newcastle. It's Jalen Austenson. Newcastle, Josh, has a lot of height out there on the floor. Number 33, I don't know what her height is, but it must be at least 6'2", 6'3". And now the Newcastle Tiedemann has it underneath the basket. It goes. Ball's knocked away from Austenson. Comes out on top of the key to Tiedemann. Tiedemann tries to drive the baseline. Is blocked out there. There's a long shot from outside. Not good. It goes out of bounds. Lander will have it. And the Tigers starting out in a zone defense.
Yeah, starting out in a 2-3 zone. Had a little bit of a lapse there as Newcastle tried to drive inside, but the baseline defender did a real good job cutting her off, forcing it back outside for the contested 3.
Here is Talene Tendor, moves it across the timeline just outside the arc on the right-hand wing to Ryan Bell. Bell dribbles it a few times, makes a move. She's got a little bit of a lane, and she's fouled as she goes up for the layup by Hunter McFarland. And that'll be a free throw coming up here for Ryan Bell.
Great job by the Tigers trying to force it inside in the paint. And Ryan Bell will go to the line for 2 on the season. She's kind of been a little bit up and down. She ended the season shooting 67% from the free throw line.
Ryan dribbles the ball 3 times. Shot is up and good. Lander takes the lead 1-0 on our Wild Today Media scoreboard. Ryan Bell will be towing the line for the second. We are courtside here at the Ford Wyoming Center. Second shot good. So Lander takes a 2-0 lead on our Wild Today Media scoreboard, and putting on a little bit of full court pressure. Bringing it down is Austenson. Austenson, is that right? Austenson, yeah. She is the daughter of the coach over to Tiedemann. Tiedemann on the left-hand wing stops, fires it back on top to McFarland. McFarland tries to penetrate the lane, can't do it, so she's going to kick it back outside on the far side. It goes to Austenson. Austenson drives the basket. Shot is blocked. Nice block by the Tigers, and it'll go to Newcastle underneath the Lander basket.
That was Talene Tendor, the smallest player on the court, getting the block for the Tigers with her defensive pressure.
McFarland take it out for the Doggies. There's the inbounds pass, goes to Stanton. Stanton on top of the key to Tiedemann. Tiedemann moves around to the right-hand wing, tries to move in the lane. The ball's knocked away. Turnover. Lander will have the basketball, leading 2-0. Just underway here at the Ford Wyoming Center. Here's Stauffenberg. She brings it all the way down on the right wing off to Ryan Bell, to Hansen. Hansen, far side corner. Now over to Megan Winfield. Megan between the 2 lines. In the middle it goes over to Hansen. Shots up good.
Let's
go.
3. Whitney Hansen from the far side corner gets an opening against the defense. Wastes no time, puts it in for 3. Tigers up 5-0.
Well, this is what Coach Stauffenberg wants to do, is to get an early lead. There's a shot from the outside, up, off, not good by Mackenzie Konzelman. Ball's on the floor, recovered by the Tigers. So a turnover by Newcastle, the second. Here comes Tendor all the way down the line, knocked out of bounds at the last minute there by McFarland. Lander will have it under the Newcastle basket.
And that's 2 steals early there for Megan Winfield.
5:38 to go here, first period of play, and Lander leading 5-0. Here's Winfield outside on the left wing. She's pressured, gets the ball knocked over. Underneath it goes to Bell in the middle of the lane. Hansen, she's knocked to the ground almost. No foul called. And the rebound goes to Hansen. Long outlet pass to McFarland. McFarland has it and has the ball knocked away. A steal by the Tigers. And down court is Hansen. Whitney Hansen underneath the basket. Oh, she throws it away. She tried to hit Ryan Bell on the side, and that was too bad. It went out of bounds.
That was a good attempt there by Whitney Hansen. She saw her teammate cutting late on the other side of the key, tried to give it over to her, but she in turn was also losing the ball on her drive attempt there on the baseline. And slow start for Newcastle. Head coach for Newcastle wants to take the timeout.
And we will as well. We'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm a minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Back again at the Ford Wyoming Center, the girls state Class 3A basketball tournament. Newcastle will have the ball after the Lander turnover, the Landers' first turnover. Newcastle already has 3, and Coach Chad Austinson calming down his team. They have not scored, trailing 5-0. Here come the Doggies. Across the timeline is Shelby Tiedemann. Tiedemann hands it off to Conselman underneath the basket to Austinson. Her shot is not good, but she's fouled on the play, and she'll get 2 free throws as the personal foul is called against Demi Snoffen. No, against Megan Winfield.
And Megan kind of puts her hands up to her mouth. Can't believe that, as she was the one player who fouled out early in the contest against Lyman in regionals at that championship game.
First free throw by Conselman is up and off, not good. So is the second one. Lander gets the rebound, leading 5-0. Here's Talene Tendor. Tendor brings the ball down. She's got a lane off to Winfield in the corner. Her shot was partially blocked over there by Austinson, one of the taller players here on this team. Now we go back the other direction. Hunter McFarland has it. Off to Haley, off to Conselman. Shot is up, off, not good, a nice block. Tigers take control again. Here's Whitney Hansen all the way down on the right-hand side. Gives it off to Ryan Bell in the lane. Over to Tendor, far side, outside in the corner. Talene looking for some help there. She's almost double-teamed, looking for someone to throw it to. She gets it off to Winfield. In the corner, near side, Ryan Bell. Bell makes a drive toward the lane in the baseline. She can't shoot underneath to Hansen. Her shot is up, off, not good. Rebound goes to the Tigers, and we have a held ball, and it's going to go to Lander. Well, that was good hustle by the Tigers.
Yeah, great job bringing up the offensive rebound off the tip, and see if the Tigers can get another score here on the second opportunity.
Talene Tendor with the basketball on the left side outside, drives the baseline, lays it up and in for 2.
Nice drive by Talene Tendor, seeing the gap there along the baseline. Just a quick step and a couple dribbles to her left, up and in for 2. Tigers up by 7.
Austinson brings the ball down to Tiedemann in the corner, in the middle of the lane. Shots up, off, not good. Rebound to Talene Tendor. Tigers go the other way. Here's Tendor on top of the key now, looking for someone, and she's going to go to the left side. She dribbles it over midway between the 2 lines, stops. Now she passes it in the middle to Ryan Bell. Bell on the right wing, on top to Tendor. Back over to Megan Winfield. Now to Tendor in the corner. Tendor brings it out at the free throw line. She makes a drive, almost lost the ball, and it was knocked out of bounds by Newcastle. Someone got a leg on it over there, Josh.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to give it over to Winfield. Saw her late as she drove inside, went around the tallest player, 33 for Newcastle. She's able to get past Stanton and saw Winfield in the corner late, but the kick ball went out of bounds. Winfield will now come out of the contest. She'll be replaced by Kiera Friday. 2:55 left here in the first quarter.
Here's the inbounds pass, goes to Tendor. Tendor now on top of the circle. getting ready to run the play. 2:48 to go. Lander leads 7-0. Here we go with Ryan Bell on top to Whitney Hansen. Hansen drives the baseline, can't shoot. On top to Stauffenberg, around the horn to Tendor. Tendor back on top of the circle now. Telling in the far corner to Ryan Bell. Bell at the free throw line, doesn't take a shot, fires it over to Tendor on the left side. Tendor makes a move toward the lane, turns around, she's blocked at the baseline. In the lane it goes, now to Bell. Underneath to Whitney Hansen. Her shot goes right over the basket. She didn't use the glass that time, and Newcastle gets the rebound. Here is Tiedemann. She walks it into the forecourt. They're going right to left on the floor here at the Ford Wyoming Center. There's a long three-pointer that's nothing but air. Austenson, and the rebound goes to Ryan Bell for the Tigers. Ryan Bell all the way down in the corner on the left wing. She turns around now, drives the baseline, puts up a shot. It's blocked, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, okay. It was a little bit. It almost looked like the referee put up a charge call, but it is the one-armed official that is out there. So it's a little bit hard to see that it was a block call on that one.
Here's the free throw by Bell, is not good. She'll get one more. Bell is now 2 for 3 from the line. Now 3 for 2, and it goes 8-0. Lander at 1:44 to go in the first period of play. Here comes Newcastle. Newcastle a little shocked that they're behind 8-0 right now. Here is Austenson, the coach's daughter, in the lane, puts up the shot and finally goes in at the 1:30 mark, and it's 8-2. Tigers come back down with Taline Tendor. Tendor bouncing around on the middle section of the floor, neither right nor left. Now she goes to the left-hand wing, stops on top to Hansen. Hansen looking to the right side to Ryan Bell. Bell outside the arc, across the key to Friday. Friday to Tendor. Tendor makes a drive toward the lane, gets around, looks fouled as she goes up for 2, and she'll get some free throws.
That was a great little shimmy shake she had there, faking she's going to the left at the high block and continues down on the right side, gets the defender to commit just enough to left-hand side, gets an opening into the basket. Defender trying to scramble to recover, gets her on the foul, and she makes the first free throw.
Taline Tendor looking for another point here. Shots in the air. Ooh, in and out, not good. Rebound goes to Austenson. It's 9-2 Lander on our Wild Today scoreboard. Down court, Tiedemann underneath the basket, and she scores and draws a foul. So Tiedemann gets the second basket for Newcastle, and picking up the personal foul against Lander is Taline Tendor. So here now is the free throw. It's up and good. So it goes 9-5, 4-point lead now by the Tigers as Newcastle has finally scored. Here's Taline Tendor down court to Hansen on the left wing. Hansen just outside the arc, bouncing the ball, doing a little dribbling here off to Tendor. Tendor tries to drive the middle of the line, puts up a hook shot, that's good!
That time Taline Tendor went from the far side angle all the way across the key, up and in for 2.
Here's Tiedemann. Tiedemann in the right-hand corner for Newcastle. Gives it off to McFarland. McFarland near side to Konzelman. Konzelman back on top of the key now to Tiedemann. Tiedemann moves toward the line. Now goes to the right-hand side. Does a 360. Throws up a shot. Not good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Landers Steffenberg. So Newcastle will have it under the Lander basket with 5 seconds to go. First period of play.
Looked like that could have been an over-the-back call against Newcastle as well.
Here's the inbounds play. It goes over to Tiedemann. Tiedemann up, under, shots up, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. That's the end of the first period of play. And after one, it's Lander 11 and Newcastle 5. We'll be back right after this.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Talene Tendor leading the Tigers with 5 points, 3 points each for Ryan Bell and Whitney Hansen. And on the other side, just 3 points by Tiedemann. Lander leads at the end of one period, 11-5. Turnovers are 3-2. Newcastle with 3. Here's Newcastle with the ball to start the second period of play. Outlet goes to McFarland. Her shot is up, not good. Tip is up by the tallest player out there, Tiernan Stanson, and it goes 11-7. Here comes the Tigers now going left to right. Tendor in the corner, Dorian Bell. Bell at the free throw line, stops, bounce pass. Oh, that's a bad pass, and it gets away. Each team now with 3 turnovers. Coming down is Bailey Benshaw. That comes into the game. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not her. That's Austinson. Austinson hits the basket, and it goes 11-9 on the WYO Today scoreboard. 2-point lead. Here is the Tigers now. Ryan Bell on the far side outside. Bell dribbling the ball. Now she reverses direction, goes on top of the circle. 7 minutes to go here. Second period, a 2-point game. Lander with the lead. Here's Bell on the far side off to Friday. Friday double teamed, gives it off to Bell. Bell again can't penetrate the zone. Now she moves it across the zone to Friday. Kiera on top gives it off to Talene Tendor. Tendor in the middle of the lane loses the basketball. 4th turnover by the Tigers. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Newcastle's ball and a chance to tie or take the lead.
That time Tendor was trying to get inside. She was down on the low block, tried to spin around in the post and had the weak side defense come over and poke it away from her. 4th turnover for the Tigers. They're coming out a little slow here in the second quarter.
Bringing the ball down court is Austinson across the timeline. Stops on the left-hand wing, fires it over to McFarland. McFarland in the middle to Tiedemann. She's on the floor, picked up by the Tigers. Turnover by Newcastle. Tigers on the run. Down court, we have a double dribble, and Lander commits their 5th turnover, and it'll go back to Newcastle.
Yeah, that time it looked like Talene had it knocked away, but it must have just bounced a little weird. She tried to push it off to Winfield, didn't quite work.
Austinson brings it across the timeline. She tries to back her way into the lane on the near side. Shot for 3 by Konzelman, no good. Going high for the rebound is Megan Winfield. Winfield comes down for the Tigers on the left wing, over on the right side to Bell. Bell bounce pass over to Tendor. Tendor in the middle of the lane off to Hansen. Hansen throws one up, not good. She gets her own rebound off to Tendor. Tendor for 3. It is not good, almost, but not quite. Tigers get the rebound. Ryan Bell has it now in the corner on the right-hand wing. Off to Tendor on top of the key. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Lander 11, Newcastle 9. Tendor loses the dribble, picks it back up to Winfield, who's double teamed in the backcourt, and they call her out of bounds.
Yeah, it's really good defensive play by Newcastle, something that we saw the Tigers have trouble against Lyman in the regional championship last week in Powell. They set up in that 2-3 zone. As soon as the three-point shooter got in the corner, that second player would come out and force the double team. That time Tigers lose it on the turnover.
Austinson all the way down. Her shot is blocked by the Tigers. Nice block on that play by Hansen. Whistle, and she stepped out of bounds on the way down the court. That's another turnover. That's 6 turnovers for the Tigers. Holy cow, that's 2 turnovers in a row on a path down the floor. Coach Stauffenberg talking with the official who made that call. And now we have Hunter McFarland. McFarland gives it off to Tiedemann. Tiedemann on top of the arc. She makes a move to the right-hand side. In the corner it goes to McFarland. McFarland brings it around in the lane, puts up a 5-footer that's good, and we are tied. First tie of the game at 4:39.
That time McFarland found the little gap in the defense and put it up and in for 2 to tie the game.
Here's Ryan Bale. She throws up a shot that went straight up in the air. Not good. Newcastle with the rebound, a chance to take the lead for the first time. Here's Austenson in the middle of the lane, puts up a shot. No, not good. Rebound goes to Newcastle underneath the basket. Shots up and good by Austenson, and that's the first Newcastle lead of the day, and it comes at the 4:10 mark of the first period. Down court, there's Hansen to Winfield for 3. It's good!
Tigers take the lead back on the 3-point shot. Tigers open the game on an 8-0 run. Since then, Newcastle's outscored them 13-5.
Down court, Austenson has the basketball to McFarland on the near side. Now it goes to Konzelman. Konzelman in the corner, back to McFarland. McFarland underneath the basket to Austenson. Now back over to McFarland. She drives the baseline, can't shoot. Fires it over to Austenson. Her shot's up, off, not good. Rebounded by Demi Stauffenberg for the Tigers. To Whitney Hansen in the corner to Winfield. Winfield drives at the free throw line, puts up the shot. It's too long, not good. Fight for the rebound, and Kiera Friday puts it up. And it went right over the basket. Not good. Rebound goes to Stanton, the tallest player out there. A steal and a foul against Newcastle.
That time it was just really good pressure there by Demi Stauffenberg. Instead of leaking out, she stayed down there and hounded the rebounder for Newcastle, was able to get the steal, puts the putback, and gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2, her first trip to the stripe.
Stauffenberg at the line, fires, hits it, and it goes 15-13. 2-point lead, Demi at the line. And for Demi, she now has her first point of the game. She's at the free throw line looking for point number 2. Shots in the air, and it is in and out, not good. Rebound quickly goes to Austenson. She brings it down on the right-hand wing, on top of the key to Tiedemann. She launches a 3 that's good. Tiedemann gets it, and it's a 1-point lead by Newcastle, 16-15. That time no one came out to challenge her, and she just popped it from outside the arc. Here's Friday for the Tigers, over to Hansen. Hansen in the corner, can't shoot. On top to Tendor. Tendor goes to the right-hand side, blocked out of the lane. Across court it goes to Hansen. Hansen to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg in the lane. Floater is up, off, not good. And the rebound is going to go to McFarland, and we have a whistle and a held ball, and it'll go to the Tigers.
Again, good hustle play by Stauffenberg. Instead of trying to leak out and get ready for transition defense, her and Hansen stay down there. She hassles the rebounder, forces a jump ball, and gets the ball back.
2:30 to go here, first half of play. Lander trails 16-15. Here's Tendor on the right-hand wing. Tendor dribbling the ball, looking straight in the eyes of Tiedemann. Now she moves a little bit to the left, fires it over to Hansen outside the arc on the left wing. Hansen moves it back to the right side to Tendor. Tendor at the free throw line, pops the shot. It's partially blocked, goes out of bounds, and it will go to Newcastle. I thought that was blocked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Newcastle.
I don't know if it was blocked or just came off her hand wrong. Definitely reacted like it was tipped.
Austenson brings it down the court for the Dogies. Gives it off now to McFarland. Back over to Tiedemann to McFarland. Now it goes to Austenson. Drives the lane. She can't shoot. Fires it behind her to Tiedemann. Tiedemann in the lane. Has the ball get away, but it's picked up there by Konzelman. Or by, Konzelman. Here we go on the left side underneath the basket. Can't shoot. Fires it out on top. A nice steal by the Tigers. Tendor. Tendor all the way down. Puts up the shot and draws the foul. It did not go in, but she got the foul. And Telene Tendor will go to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2. She's the leading scorer for the Tigers with 5 points right now and 2 rebounds.
And Telene Tendor with those active defensive hands gets yet another steal, makes the first free throw. At the end of the regular season, she's shooting 56% from the charity stripe for the Lady Tigers.
And Lander ties it at 16. Now the second shot is not good. Austenson Austinson gets the rebound. The coach's daughter comes all the way down on the right-hand wing, stops, fires it over in the near side to McFarland. McFarland, right in front of us here, goes over to Tidyman. Tidyman whistle, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Megan Winfield.
That's going to be her second foul. Team third. Newcastle sitting with 5 team fouls. So unless they come up with a couple quick fouls, it doesn't look like Tigers will be in the bonus.
Here's the inbounds pass, goes over to Tidyman. Tidyman at the top of the arc, passes on the far side to McFarland. Her long shot is up, off, not good. Rebound goes to Kiera Friday for the Tigers. Friday all the way down on the right-hand wing off to Hansen. Hansen moves it back on top of the key now, reverses direction to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell just outside the arc, moves it on top to Friday. Friday faked the three-point shot, fires it over now to Hansen. Hansen takes it toward the baseline, can't shoot, blocked out there. Now on top to Tendor. Talene in the corner, Hansen for 3, it's off, not good. Rebound by Talene Tendor for the Tigers. Here's Ryan Bell's 3,
Boom.
It's good!
That one looked good as soon as it left her fingers. Here at down at courtside, you could definitely see the angle of that ball going in. Tigers lead by 3 with 10 seconds left.
Here comes Austinson. Austinson in the backcourt puts up a shot, and they're going to call a foul. And did the basket go?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. Okay, so Austinson gets the basket, and it goes 18 to 19. And coming into the game now, replacing McFarland, is number 1, Bailey Benshoof. At the free throw line is Austinson. Her shot is up and not good. She's 0 for 3. Tigers have a 1-point lead. 5 seconds to go. Here's Hansen. Puts up a 3. It's too long. Rebound is up and not good at the whistle. And after halftime, at halftime, it's Lander 19 and the Newcastle Doggies 18. And we'll be back with our first half recap right after this.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, Let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Back again at the Ford Wyoming Center in the first round of the Class 3A Girls State Basketball Championship, and at halftime we have a 1-point lead by Lander, 19-18 over Newcastle. Lander opened the game with a 8-0 run, and then Newcastle closed it at the end of the first period to 11-5. And then the Dogies, Josh, outscored Lander 13-8 by 5 points in that second period to come within 1 here at halftime.
Yeah, I definitely say first period goes to Lander, second period goes to Newcastle. Luckily with that 8-0 run to start the contest, Tigers still hold a 1-point lead, and Coach Stauffenberg talked about it. First time in like 4 years the Tigers weren't able to make a three-pointer, and at the end of the first half they've made 3 out of 7.
Yeah.
So they're doing a lot better job with that, whereas they held to Newcastle, making only 1 3-pointer out of 7 attempts. Definitely one of those. Newcastle has a pretty good 3-point shooting percentage on the season. Looking at the end of the regular season stats, they ended shooting 37% as a team from beyond the arc, which is pretty good, whereas the Tigers finished 32%. Overall, Tigers done a really good job defensively and have been able to keep the Dogies at bay with their high-scoring offense.
Yeah, Newcastle has the advantage. They've hit 8 of 22 from the field for 36%, and the Tigers only 5 of 17 for 29%. But the Tigers have hit 6 of 10 free throws and only 1 of 4 for Newcastle, and that's kind of where the difference is at this time. Lander's largest lead was 8-0, and there have been 4 lead changes and 2 ties. And on the foul side, let's take a look at the personal fouls. Megan Winfield has 2. Whitney Hansen 1, and Talene Tendor 1. On the other side with 2 fouls is Hunter McFarland, and then Jalen Austinson and Shelby Tidyman and Jade Harrington have 1 each. So 5 fouls for Newcastle, 4 fouls for Lander in that first period of play. Pretty clean played first half.
Yeah, clean played first half for both teams. The one thing that Coach Stauffenberg talked about is subbing when we want to sub and not because of fouls. Looking at it, Whitney Hansen didn't come out of the game in the first half. She played all 16 minutes. Talene Tendor played just under 14, and looks like Ryan Bell and Demi Stauffenberg played for 14 minutes as well. A lot of your starters in there most of the first half is exactly what you want to do, especially when you don't have a whole lot of depth on the bench. You already mentioned Tigers coming into the contest on their roster having 2 less players than Newcastle, and at the minutes separation dispersion for Newcastle is about the same. So Tigers need to continue the good defense, keeping the Dogies from hitting those outside shots, as well as one of those he talked about. You can't just go in at halftime and say, all right, we need to shoot better. Like, it's not an easy thing to do. But Tigers, there's just a couple of contested looks they didn't like, where it could have a second option with the pass. But other than that, Tigers have been taking the opportunity when they have good looks.
You're listening to the halftime show from WYO Today Media. Our halftime score, Lander 19, Newcastle 18. We'll be back with more after this.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Ernie Over and Josh Henninger back here at the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper, the Class 3A Girls State Basketball Tournament. Lander leads by 1 at halftime, 19-18. Looking at turnovers, both teams had 7 turnovers in the game. Offensive rebounds, the Tigers had 11, and defensive rebounds for the Doggies, they had 10. So the Tigers out rebounding them here in the first half of play. The Tigers have had 3 assists and the Doggies have only 1. So the Tigers are good at passing the ball around, Josh, which is what good teamwork is all about.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those the things that you want to do against a 2-3 zone. You want to try and drive it inside. As soon as that defense collapses, you're going to have that extra perimeter shooter that's open. Just kick it out to him, give him a good look, and nonetheless, if they over pursue to one side, you can always fish it over to the other side and get another good look as well, as that's exactly what Tigers did. Kind of putting Newcastle on their heels in the first quarter, opening the game with an 8-0 run. But then after that, Newcastle just needed one shot to go in, and they got it, and they outscored the Tigers by a good margin there, especially in the second quarter. So we're down to a 1-point game. Tigers need to keep up the defensive tenacity with the steals and a couple blocks inside by Talene Tendor. Not often that your shortest player is the one that leads the team with blocks. She's got 2 or 3 of them and has a couple steals in there as well. And just with the shooting, I mean, they continue to have good looks, good balance between driving inside and shooting outside. Definitely the recipe for success for the Tigers.
Well, Newcastle has been trying to get the ball in the paint for the first 2 quarters, and for the most part, Lander's been pretty good at keeping the points out of the paint with blocks and good defensive rebounds. So we're at halftime. Our halftime score, Lander 19 and Newcastle 18, and the teams are coming back out on the floor. For Newcastle will be Austenson, Tidyman, McFarland, Conselman, and Stanton. And for the Tigers, Tendor, Stauffenberg, Bell, Hansen, and Winfield. So no changes in the starting lineup from the first part of the game. And now Newcastle will have the ball as we start the second half of play. And taking it out of bounds is Hunter McFarland right in front of our broadcast position here on the floor at the Ford Wyoming Center. Into Jalen Austenson. Austenson back over to McFarland. Now it goes to Tidyman. Tidyman outside the arc. Cross court, threw it away. Turnover. Another turnover. The 8th of the game for Newcastle. And the Tigers will have it with 7:48 to go, leading 19-18 here in the third period of play. It's Talene Tendor that comes down with the basketball for the Tigers off to Ryan Bell. Bell on the near side to Whitney Hansen at the free throw line. She goes up for a shot. It is blocked. Not good. Newcastle with the defensive boards. Coming away, Jalen Austenson. Austenson brings the ball down. She's the leading scorer for Newcastle with 8. And there we have a tie-up. Held ball, and it'll go to Lander. Another great effort, that time by Tendor.
That's the second or third time Tigers have been able to take advantage of the possession arrow and get an extra possession with the jump ball.
Talene Tendor brings it down on the right-hand wing for the Tigers. She launches a 3. It's good! Talene Tendor for 3, and the Tigers go up 22-18. 7 minutes to go here in the third period of play. Austenson brings it down now for Newcastle, gives it off to McFarland. McFarland back on the near side now to Tidyman. There's a shot from the corner. No, not good. Going high for the rebound, and the ball is blocked by the Tigers. And we have Newcastle coming away with it. That was a great block underneath. Was that Stauffenberg who did that?
That was Stauffenberg.
That was Stauffenberg. Now we have the ball on the floor, and Newcastle picks it up. 15, that is McFarland at the free throw line, double teamed. Lander is really hassling them, and a 3-second zone. I think the fans helped that one. All the Lander fans behind us were yelling 3, 3, 3. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. 6:30 to go. Lander.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Back again at the Ford Wyoming Center, 6:30 to go. Lander 22, Newcastle 18 on our WYO Today media scoreboard. Good basketball action here today. The Tiger defense has been relentless.
Yeah, right now the big stat you want to look at is steals. Talene Tendor leads the Tigers with 3, and the Tigers have 6 steals compared to Newcastle's 3 steals, and they're doing a real good job getting the tie-ups with the possession arrow in their favor as well.
Here comes Tendor across the lane.
Good drive.
Dries up. Shot is up, off, not good. Just a little bit too high on the glass. The ball goes out of bounds, and another turnover by Newcastle. That's their 10th, and Lander will get it right here in front of our broadcast position.
And that defense is stingy, and they're staying tight on that full court press. That time she was trying to drill it behind her back and just lost it out of bounds.
Hansen brings it in to Ryan Bell. Bell driving over to the right-hand wing. She makes a big move to the baseline, off to Hansen outside the arc. She pops a 3. Got it! Whitney Hansen for 3, and it's 25-18. Tigers with the lead. 6 minutes to go here in the third period of play. On the far side, it's Tiedemann. Tiedemann with the ball, tries to drive it inside. She stops, puts up a shot. No, not good. Rebound by Tendor. She's knocked to the ground. No foul. Oh, she might have tripped. Now double team in the corner, and we have a held ball that'll stay with Newcastle.
Yeah, Talene Tendor got the rebound. She's trying to clear it out along the baseline, and that was a good no call. Just incidental contact, feet got tied up. Unfortunately, she lost possession of it, and Newcastle will keep it on the possession arrow.
Here comes McFarland. McFarland into Tiedemann for 3, and the answer with a 3 of their own. 25-21, 5:38 to go here in the third period of play. Tendor with the ball for Lander on the right-hand wing. She drives all the way, has a little bit of a lane, pops it over to Ryan Bell outside, now to Whitney Hansen. Hansen, well, that time Tendor just went right through the lane and popped it over outside. Restart the play. There she is again. Has it, puts the shot up, and it's good. Tendor for 2 more, 27-21.
Talene Tendor wiggling her way inside up against the tallest defender, puts it up with her left hand, up and in for 2.
5 minutes to go here in the third period of play. There's a shot from the corner that's way out of bounds, but Talene Tendor is going to get whistled, and we're going to have a 3-point free throw shot here. And going to the line is Shelby Tiedemann.
Yeah, that time Tendor came out late on the closeout, and she just came down on the body, down on the lower end by her knees, and that forced Newcastle player Tiedemann to go down the floor. Ref was right there at the baseline and saw it. So she'll go to line for 3, misses the first one.
And she gets the second one. So it goes 27-22, a 5-point lead. She's now 2 for 2 from the line, or 2 for 3 rather, and she'll go for 1 more. Shot is up by Tiedemann, and she's got that one. So it's a 4-point lead now by the Tigers, 27-23, 4:57 to go here, third period of play. Here comes Ryan Bell. Across the timeline, drives to the right-hand wing, off to Hansen. Whistle, and a traveling call on Hansen, and that is going to be the 8th turnover by the Tigers. So that gives the ball right back. Lander leading by 4, 27-23, 4:43 to go here, third period of play. Austinson brings it down all the way, hands it off to McFarland, back to Austinson. Austinson looking for a lane. She throws up a prayer, and it's answered.
Oh, my goodness, that's just a great move down in the block, turns around, puts up the hook shot for 2.
Here's Stauffenberg for the Tigers, just inside the arc on top of the key. Goes over to Friday. Friday, who just came into the game at last break, off to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell on the right-hand wing, makes inside to the lane, pops it off to Friday, now to Hansen. Hansen on the near side, right in front of us here, off to Bell. Ryan brings it across the key. She looked like she wanted a 3 there. Can't hit the baseline. Here's Stauffenberg for 3. Got it!
All right.
Yeah, it's now 30-25, and Newcastle calls timeout. We'll be right back.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Well, the Tigers against Lyman in the 3A West Regional at Powell did not make a 3-point play, and today they already have 5.
Yeah.
So the outside shooting is paying off for the Tigers.
And they're shooting 60% from behind the arc, too. Pretty good 3-point percentage so far in the contest.
Here comes Osterman bringing the ball down floor for Newcastle. Over on the far side, McFarland underneath the basket to Harrington, who just came into the game. Back to McFarland on the near side now to Harrington. Harrington to McFarland. McFarland on the left-hand wing gives it off to Tidyman. Tidyman tries to drive the lane. She's in the paint and can't shoot, so she fires it out on top of the key to Conzelman. Conzelman on the right-hand wing goes in the corner now to Harrington. And now it goes off to Tidyman. Her shot is not good. Ball's knocked away. Kiera Friday for the rebound for Lander. 2-on-2 underneath the basket to Winfield for 2.
That time Tigers ran the fast break to a clinic. Friday and Winfield combined for the 2 points.
Down court is Tidyman at the baseline. She's blocked out, can't go, so she fires it on top to McFarland. McFarland back to Tidyman. Tidyman just outside the arc on the right-hand wing. Drives it toward the corner. Stops inside the corner. Drives the baseline. She's blocked out there. So it goes across the key to Conzelman. Conzelman back on top to Tidyman. Tidyman to Conzelman. There we go back over to McFarland. They tried to give and go. A nice defense by the Tigers. Whitney Hansen blocked that one. Now McFarland has it. She drives the baseline. Puts up a shot. It's blocked. A block by Kiera Friday. And the rebound goes to Whitfield. Down court to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell with the basket, and the Tigers have some mo going on their side right now. Bell on top of the key. Goes over to the right wing. Bell on the near side to Hansen. Hansen steps on the 3-point line. Goes over to the right-hand wing. Hansen stops and looking for someone. Pops to Friday. Friday over to Bell. We have 1:55 to go here, under 2 minutes in the third period. Lander 32-25. 7-point lead, their second largest lead of the game. Here's Hansen now. Hansen on the left side, and we have a player on the floor down there, and that was Winfield, who took a tumble. Winfield on the outside now to Bell on top of the key. Tigers are running some time here. Goes to Hansen. Hansen on top of the key, goes in the middle of the lane. Ball's knocked away, and it goes to Newcastle.
Yeah, trying to give it away as she had the contact, and it forced her off just enough as Winfield's trying to cut back out to the outside along the wing. And Coach Softberg was telling Hansen to try and hold on to that ball. When you're off balance like that, it'll always throw the pass away. Tigers just trying to find a good open shot there. Newcastle doing a really good job on their transitions and rotations on defense. They'll now come down and set up the offense.
Here's Austenson coming down on top of the key for Newcastle. Tries to back her way into the lane. Gives it off to Tidyman. Tidyman now moves to the right-hand side. Stops, fires it on top of the key now to Conzelman. Conzelman goes to the left side into the corner. There's a shot by Tidyman for 3. That's good. And it goes 32-28. As we've got a lot of 3 balls going in here today. Here's Hansen. Hansen off to Kiera Friday. Kiera Friday on top to Ryan Bell. 49 seconds to go here. Third period of play. Lander 32, Newcastle 28. Here's Ryan Bell. Bell on the near side. Gives it on the near side to Winfield. On top it goes to Hansen. Hansen just outside the arc moves to the right-hand side. 34 seconds and a travel called on the Tigers.
That time is a little bit of Ray as Winfield set up a screen for Hansen along the free throw line. Hansen didn't read it. She actually went to the side opposite of where Winfield set up the screen, Then on the late pass, they traveled.
4-point lead. Here comes Ostelman down the court, gives it off to Teidemann. Teidemann at the free throw line on the near side to Konzelman. Konzelman drives the baseline, blocked out there by Winfield. On top of the key to Teidemann. Teidemann on the left wing, back over to Austenson. Austenson, the coach's daughter, one of the tallest players on the floor, drives the baseline. She can't go in.
No.
Wide open is McFarland for three. And it's a 1-point game, 32-31, and the Tigers call timeout. They had a 7-point lead just 2 minutes ago, Josh, and those darn turnovers.
Yeah, Tigers had all the momentum going their way. Couple blocks, couple of forced turnovers, and then they give it right back to them on a couple of back-to-back traveling calls. That'll be the end of 3. We'll be back with the final act between Tigers and Dogies right after this.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Well, this third period was just about an even as you can go. Each team scoring 13 points. And Lander's 1-point lead at halftime is now a 1-point lead going into the final 8 minutes of play. As you said, Josh, the Tigers had all the momentum going for them, and then they had some turnovers and some unforced errors, and Newcastle, a good team that they are, capitalized.
Yeah, and at the end of the first half, Tigers were shooting under 30%, and now after that third quarter, they're shooting almost 42%. Compared to the Dogies 39. So if they can keep the ball, keep it clean, should be able to close this one out.
Hansen on the near side, right in front of us, bounces the ball, and dribbles it over to Bell on the left wing. Bell makes a move behind her to Winfield. Winfield in the lane, gives it back out on top to Hansen. Fake the three, underneath, threw it away. Well, she was trying to hit Winfield, but the pass was way too high, and she just gave a high five to Winfield and said it was her fault. So coming out of the game now is Kiera Friday, and coming into the game, Talene Tendor. 1-point lead for Lander. Newcastle has the ball, and it's Austenson bringing it down for the Dogies. Their high point scorer, averaging 17 a game. She drives the baseline. Oh, she traveled.
There you go. There you go. Good job. Great closeout there on the base, on the low block by Hansen. It forced her to pick it up and moved with it as well. So Tigers forced a turnover, get the ball right back.
Here's Talene Tendor, walks it across the timeline on the center part of the floor. Coach Stauffenberg offering suggestions. Tendor on top now to Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell on the right-hand side launches a three that's too high, not good. Rebounded, though, by Bell. She gets her own rebound. Austenson falls down. In the corner, there's a shot by Winfield that's too long. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. She's underneath the lane, and we have a foul on the floor against Newcastle.
That's only the second foul called in the second half. Both teams have one foul. Tigers will set it in from under their own basket.
Teidemann gets the foul. Inbounds pass. Now on top of the play, here's Tendor. She drives the lane off to Hansen, who faked the three. Now she shoots a long two that's too long. Not good. Rebound pulled down by McFarland, and it goes off to Austenson. Austenson comes down. Lander leading by 1, 32-31. There's the ball knocked out of bounds by Tendor. Nice defensive move. And Coach Chad Austenson.
Great reactions on the sideline there.
Yeah, he got it. I imagine his fingers might be stinging just a bit.
Yeah, either his fingers were going to sting or his gut was going to have a big punch on if he didn't catch that ball.
Austenson now drives the baseline in the middle of the lane, and a blocking foul called on the Tigers as Austenson just charged into the lane there. And the personal foul is going to be against Whitney Hansen. And for Whitney, that is her second foul. Shot is not good. Whistle and another jump ball, and it'll go to Newcastle. So the Dogies, trailing by 1, will have the ball. Lander 32, Newcastle 31. Newcastle has the ball underneath the Lander basket. And the inbounds pass, they better hurry. It comes into the tall lady, Stanton.
Oh, no.
There's a wide open shot for three. Not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. And it's Ryan Bell who comes away from that. They left her wide open. Underneath the basket, knocked out of bounds. No, Whitney Hansen has it. Now over to Ryan, to Tendor. Tendor stops, backs up. That was almost a disaster for the Tigers. Tendor on top of the key. Now she moves to the right-hand side off to Ryan Bell. Bell in the lane off to Hansen. Hansen drives the lane. Shot is up and good.
Nice work.
Whitney Hansen, 34-31. Tigers up by 3. 5:46 to go in the game. Down court, Austinman gives it off on the near side, McFarland. McFarland on top of the key to Tidyman. Tidyman drives the lane, puts up a shot, and one. She drew the foul, and the foul goes against Tendor.
Not often that Tendor gets beaten on the defensive end. That time she's trying to shuffle her way around. She does get beat, tries to clamber back and recover, but she does get called for the block.
Tidyman ties the game at 34, so that is at the 5:32 mark, and we're all tied up. Here we go down court with Talene Tendor. Tendor makes a move to the right-hand side, hands it off to Hansen. Doesn't take the three. Off to Tendor, still on the right side. Now she crosses the arc. Off to Ryan Bell. Bell, a little bit of contact there, not much. Off to Hansen, underneath, lays it up and in. Whitney Hansen, and the Tigers go out now 36-34. 2-point lead.
With that little modified weave, they're doing a real good job getting inside, getting good positioning for the points in the paint.
Austinson throws up a prayer. It's not answered. Recovered there by Tidyman. Tidyman under the basket, puts up the shot, and it goes in. And we're tied again at 36. Boy, that was a tough shot, and she made it from the baseline.
Yeah, that time it was McFarland getting inside with a tough shot.
Here's Tendor, and the ball goes out of bounds off Newcastle. We have players on the floor. You know, despite all the action we've had, there's only 3 fouls against Lander and 1 against Newcastle here in the second half. Very well played game. Here's Tendor on the right side outside. Tendor makes a move, stops in the corner to Hansen, who fakes the 3. Hansen on top of the arc now, over to Ryan Bell. Bell, assessing the situation, goes to the left-hand side to Hansen. Hansen on the baseline. She's not going to shoot. Over to Ryan Bell. We're down to 4:12 to go, halfway through the fourth quarter. Off to Hansen. Whoa, and she is blocked, and there's a foul by Stanton.
Yeah, that time Stanton was trying to come across and a shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and that time a little bit more contact than the referees like, so they'll call her for the foul.
Winfield out of bounds into Hansen. Hansen on the left-hand wing. Across the key it goes to Winfield. Winfield on top, now on the right-hand side to Tendor. Tendor dribbling the ball. She's in the lane, dribbles out of there, gives it to Hansen, and the ball falls out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Tigers. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, Hansen was trying to collect it back as it was poked away, and it was Tidyman that was over there trying to collect it as well. And unfortunately, Hansen fell out of bounds with the ball hitting her as she hit the boundary.
Austinson brings it down for the Dogies. We're all tied at 36, 3:41 to go in the game. There's Tidyman now on top of the key, taking her time, moves to the left-hand wing now. In the corner, it goes to Conselman. Conselman throws up a shot that's blocked. Great block by Winfield. Tendor all the way down, and the ball is blocked out of bounds. Nice block that time, and that, I believe, was Tidyman who did the block.
Yeah, it was Tidyman. Great hustle play coming down, recovering. Tendor, it was 2-on-1 on the fast break.
Inbounds play to Hansen for the Tigers. On top, Stauffenberg. On the far side, Ryan for 3. It's good! Right. Ryan Bell, 39-36 Lander. And we have what? Oh, the ball squirted out of bounds. Yep. Nice play by Bell.
Yeah, she just waiting, seeing if somebody came up to cover. Nobody did, so she put up the shot. Tigers lead by 3 with 3 minutes to go.
Okay, here's Austinman in the middle of the lane. Oh, she falls down. That should have been a travel. There's a shot up, not good. The tip is up and good by Stanton, but it's only a 2. So it's 39-38. Lander with the lead. Here's Bell underneath, and the shot does not go, but she'll have a free throw. Personal foul goes against, I can't see who it was. I'm not sure who it was. 13?
McFarland.
Yeah, it goes against McFarland.
Yep.
We're on the opposite side of the official score. So here's the shot. Good. 40-38. Lander with the lead. Ryan Bell back again at the free throw line. Dribbles it twice. Fires it. And this one's not good. Rebound goes to Austinson. Austinson quickly down court to Tidyman. Her shot is up, off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Tidyman.
That's going to be her third. McFarland also has 3 fouls. And that's going to be the 4th team foul for Newcastle.
And Tendor looks a little uncomfortable there as she comes down the floor, wincing a little bit. She ended up on the floor after that play. Here comes Ryan Bell. Tigers need some points here. They lead 40-38, 2.5 minutes to go. This is going to be a tight one, folks. Here's Ryan Bell on top of the key. She moves to the right-hand side, reverses direction, gives it off to Hansen. Hansen with the ball, crosses the arc, gives it off to Tendor. Tendor now just on top of the key, and a timeout called by Cyril Stauffenberg. We have 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Lander 40, Newcastle 38. Back after this.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
2 minutes, 9 seconds to go in this one. Lander has the ball and the lead. It's 40-38 over Newcastle. Here's the inbounds play. It goes to Ryan Bell on top of the key. Ryan changes direction, goes to the left-hand side, reverses direction again off to Whitney Hansen. Hansen on top of the key now. Looks like Lander wants to do that little weave that they're famous for. Off to Hansen, Winfield. Winfield off to Tendor, and she's knocked to the ground and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think that was a completely incidental trip, but they'll go ahead and give the foul to Tideman, her 4th.
Okay, so it won't be a shooting foul. It was on the ground. Here's the inbounds play to Ryan Bell. She gets it. Minute 40 to go in the game. Lander by 2. Lander with the ball. They're trying to run some clock here and keep the ball away from Newcastle. Leading by 2. Here's Hansen on top of the key. Hansen moves over to the left-hand side. Left wing, now off to Ryan Bell. Minute 26 to go in the game. Lander by 2. Here's Bell on top of the key. The coach Osterman from Newcastle is up on the floor yelling instructions, and another foul underneath on Newcastle. And the personal foul is going to go against, I can't tell. 23?
Yep.
Kozelman. So personal foul on Kozelman. That's their 6th. The next ones will send the Tigers to the line. Tendor on the inbounds play. Tendor gets it, and it's Lander 42, Newcastle 38. There's a minute and 7 seconds to go.
Come on,
down
D.
court, it is Tidyman. Tidyman on top of the key. Goes over on the near side. Timeout by Newcastle with 1 minute to go in the game. Lander by 4, 42-38.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
1 minute to go in the game. Lander leads by 4, 42-38. Newcastle will have the ball when time comes back in, as their head coach Chad Austenson called the timeout. Lander still around Coach Stauffenberg. Now the Tigers come out. 1 minute to go in the game. 42-38, a 4-point lead by the Tigers. They've had great defense this afternoon, excellent rebounding, and block shots like we haven't seen in a couple of games. Here's the inbounds pass. McFarland has it, gives it off to Austenson. On top to McFarland. McFarland stops, hands it off to Austenman in the lane, puts up the shot and gets it. It's a 2-point game now. 42-40. 48 seconds to go. Whistle and a timeout is being called.
No, Bell got fouled.
Oh, Bell. Well, this is the one in bonus then for the Tigers.
Yep, and it was on Conselman again. Her seventh team foul for Newcastle. So Tigers will go to the line for the one in bonus. And so far, Bell is 4 for 6 in the contest.
These are big free throws. Ryan has it up. Good. 43-40. Big free throws. If you hit your free throws, Josh, at the end of the game, you'll be in good shape. Timeout called a 30 by Stauffenberg. Lander 43, Newcastle 40. Back after this.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ryan Bell at the free throw line. She hit her first. Next shot is in the air. It's good.
Perfect.
It's a 2-possession game now, 44-40, 47 seconds to go. Newcastle quickly down the floor. There's Tidyman underneath. She is fouled, and no, it's a player control foul.
They called the charge?
They called a charge. Well, he went like this.
No, he's saying the basket was good. Okay.
Oh, the basket was good. Oh, boy, it's 44-42. And who made that basket? It was,
Tidyman.
I can't see, Tidyman.
Yeah.
So she comes up to the free throw line and she makes it good. It's Lander 44, Newcastle 43, and we have 38 seconds to go. Here's Tendor all the way down the line. Stops. Oh, she's fouled on the sideline, and Tendor will go to the free throw line.
It was 15. I thought it was 5. Thinking Tidyman's out. That's her 5th, but it's on McFarland. That's her 4th.
4th foul on McFarland, and tailing Tendor at the free throw line. And Tendor tonight is
2 for 4.
2 for 4. Okay, here we go. Come on, Taline. Shots up. Good. 45-43. A 1-possession game if they don't hit a 3. Taline at the line again for one more. Shots up. She got it.
All right.
46-43, a 3-point lead. We're down to 33 seconds to go. Here comes Austenson. Austenson in the middle of the lane, throws up a shot, and it's good. And a whistle and a timeout called. It's going to be a full. We'll be back. Lander 46 and Newcastle 45, 26 seconds to go.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
At the Ford Wyoming Center, Lander 46, Newcastle 45. There's 26 6/10 seconds to go. Lander will have the ball at the conclusion of this timeout in the backcourt. And, boy, the free throws are going to be important. Newcastle has 8, Lander only 4 fouls. So the Tigers will not put Newcastle at the free throw line for another 3 fouls. So the Newcastle Doggies will go out on defense now. Coming into the game is Bailey Benshoff for Newcastle. They're putting on full court pressure as expected. And it's Stauffenberg to take the ball out of bounds. Into Ryan Bell. Bell down on the near side. Reverses direction. She crosses and is fouled immediately by Benshoff. Well, they sent her in to make the foul.
Yep.
22 seconds to go. Lander by 1, 46-45. Ryan Bell will be at the free throw line for the Tigers. Ryan is 6 for 8 from the free throw line.
Ice in her veins, need to make these 2.
Bounces the ball, shots up, good, she's got it. 47-45, 2-point lead. Bell's 3 bounces, next shot is good, she got them both. It's 48-45, a 3-point lead, and there's just 20 seconds to go in the game. Here comes Austinson down, whistle. And we have a foul?
Yeah, Bell fouled her.
We have a foul on Bell. And so for Ryan, that is, where's the fouls?
I think
her
that's his
second.
first.
All right, timeout called. Well, we've got 18 and 4/10 seconds to go. Lander leads by 3 over Newcastle. Timeout on the floor, back after this.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Time back in. Newcastle has it on the outside. It's McFarland. McFarland fires it into Austinman. Whistle and a foul is called right away. And it will be the 5th foul on Lander. Stops the clock. No one will be shooting free throws. And that foul goes against Whitney Hansen. That's her 3rd. Okay, here's McFarland to take it out. 16 seconds to go. Inbounds it down to Tidyman. Tidyman drives the lane on the far side. Whistle, stepped out of bounds. She stepped out of bounds. And the Tigers will get the ball with 12 seconds to go, leading by 2, 48-45.
And that Newcastle player was open in the corner for 3.
Okay, Stauffenberg to take it out for the Tigers. And the inbounds pass goes to Ryan Bell. Ryan breaks away. She's in the backcourt, fouled with 8 seconds to go. And the foul's going to be on Osterman? No, it's going to be on somebody 3.
23.
23, Konzelman. Okay. So now we have Ryan Bell back at the free throw line for the Lander Tigers. She's 8 of 10 from the line. And in the game today, she has a total of 14 points. Important free throws. Shots up. Got it. Ryan Bell, 49-45. It's a 4-point lead by Lander. One more will make it, it's a 2-possession game right now. The Tigers are celebrating on the sideline, but it's too early. There's still 8 seconds to go. Let's keep it right here, Josh.
Yeah, and the Tigers just coming down in the end of it. You talked about it. The good strategy on this side, they still had like 3 fouls to give. So every time that they gave it to the leading scorer in Austinson or Tiedemann, they would go ahead and foul him. Don't give them that opportunity to tie the game with a 3-point shot. So they foul him, goes right back out of bounds. They reset their play. Tigers can reset defensively. I like the way that Coach Stauffenberg told them to do that, because in the end, it ended up being Tiedemann stepping on the boundary underneath the basket before she passed it off to her teammate, who was wide open on the far side quarter in front of her bench. So Tigers are able to come out with it, making their free throws at the end. Ryan Bell shooting 8 out of 10 from the charity stripe. She's got 15 points now in the contest, tied with the Tendor for leading scorer for Tigers. Next basket makes it a true 2-possession game with just over 8 seconds left.
Newcastle has only lost 2 games all season long. They don't know what to do in a situation like this because they've never been in a situation like this. Ryan Bell at the line for the next free throw, and it is good! Lander 50, Newcastle 45 with 8 seconds to go. Newcastle long pass down court, and it goes to Ostenman. She tries a 3. It's no good. Lander gets the rebound. The Tigers are going to win. And a foul is called on the rebound with 0.4 of a second to go. Lander gets the rebound, and the Tigers are going to advance in the Class 3A Girls State Basketball Championship. They will play tomorrow at 4:30 at Casper College. So Lander goes to the winner's side of the bracket. Newcastle losing for the second time in a row. And Talene Tendor at the free throw line for the Lander Tigers. Talene's shot is up, and it's in and out. Not good. Lander 50, Newcastle 45 with 0.4 of a second to go. The Tigers have won this one. Here's the next shot up by Talene. It's not good. She gets her own rebound. Puts up the shot. It's good. She got it. It's good. She got her own rebound. And the final score, with apologies to Dave Walsh. Oh, the score. Lander 52, Newcastle 45. The Lander Tigers move to the semifinals of the Class 3A Championships. They will play the winner of this next game. It'll either be the Douglas Lady Bearcats or the Mountain View Lady Buffaloes. So congratulations to Cyril Stauffenberg and his coaching staff, and of course to the players. Lander 52 and Newcastle 45. The Tigers are on to the semifinals.
And they'll play against 2 teams. Mountain View is a team that we know and have played against. Douglas is a team we played against as well. Coming out of that east side of the bracket, we'll see what happens. I know it'd definitely be an upset in a lot of folks' eyes if Mountain View were to come out and beat Douglas. But leading scorer for the Tigers, Talene Tendor, getting the offensive rebound and the putback off of the missed free throw. She finishes with 17 points. All around great job. She also had six rebounds and assists and had 3 steals as well. So offensive, defensive side, Talene Tendor gets player of the game.
And Ryan Bell had 16 points in the game, and she was massive from the free throw line this afternoon, or this morning, 10 of 12. And Whitney Hansen with 10 points. She was 2 of 4, and the Tigers 15 of 22 from the free throw line, and that made all the difference in the game. The Tigers hit their free throws, and the Newcastle Doggies did not. And the Tigers win the game. And we're waiting. Here come the final stats. We'll do a quick stat recap. Then we got to get out of here to make way for another team, or another broadcast outfit. So the Doggies shot 36% from the field, the Tigers 29%. The Doggies were only 14% from three. And listen to this, the Tigers 43% from three-point land. That was the difference in this game. The Tigers shot 60% of their free throws, only 25% for Newcastle. So the Tigers outscored Newcastle in that final period 20-14 and get the win and move on to the state semifinals tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 at Casper College.
Yeah, going from not making a three-point attempt to making almost 54% of your 3 points, shooting 47% from the field overall. Great job by the Tigers.
Yeah.
And Whitney Hansen played all 32 minutes in this game. Right behind her with the most minutes is Demi Stoffenberg. She only had 4 points and 4 rebounds, but she did do a really good job playing just under 31 minutes. So we'll see how it goes for the Tigers.
What's that?
Looking up to the next match, as they will look forward to playing the winner of this next matchup between Douglas and Mountain View. We're going to go ahead and clear out for Ernie Over. This is Josh Henninger. We'll be back tomorrow at approximately 4:30 for the next matchup. Have a good day, good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow on the air for Lander Tigers 3A State Championship.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot